Guys, if you don't have laptop, then you need to click the subscribe button on this video, because basically I'm going to be showing you how you are going to be analyzing. I have been there whereby you start, let's say you're a beginner, you just start, you don't have laptop, so sometimes it's difficult to analyze with your phone. You understand? That's why sometimes I make a video on how you can be analyzing, using your phone until you get a laptop, so that you can be able to see the picture or to see how you can be able to analyze it in a better way. So when you open your trading view, if you are using your phone, you understand, you open your trading view, you can download the app. So if you open your trading view, you see something like this, and automatically you will be in H4. You understand? So if I switch the time frame, if you come here, if I switch to what daily time frame, for instance, what I'm at now is Nasdaq. So you should be able, I teach you how to be able to analyze on this. If after this video I'm going to link the link on how you can be able to do some of these things I'm doing here. All right, so in daily time frame, you see that I'm able to see the bigger picture. You understand? You go down and scroll it. You don't just start placing trade from the time frame or conclude your entry. So by the time I take a look at it here, you will see, okay, there is a way the market looks here. I'm trying to analyze what is obtainable, what I'm going to be trading for this today. Today is Friday. All right, maybe at the end of the day I will still make a video to show you other things. By the time I connect here, you see, okay, market have already break out of here and is now heading all the way up to this place. So having considered that, I will not draw much chart, because this is just a kind of a phone. So if I draw so many things here, you may be confused. So what I'm going to do in this time frame, you see what I'm seeing here. Look at what I'm seeing. I'm seeing something like this, whereby market takes off from this bottom here, then it move up the way. If I connect here, all right, then once I connect here, then remember the market is heading up, but market does not move in a straight line. Then the next thing I need to do is that if I switch to what, to 4 hours time frame, then I move to 4 hours time frame. As I move to 4 hours time frame, if you're not seeing it clearly, then you can turn your phone. You can just turn your phone. For instance, you switch it, turn it upside down, sorry, so that you can be able to see it clearer. All right, when your phone is like this, then you'll be able to handle this thing in a way you will be able to understand it. Now you can see it a bit clearer. Remember, from what you will see, we already see that the market break out of the former distinct trend line. Now we are seeing a higher high to the upside. All right, but market does not move in a straight line. It goes up, it comes down. So looking at this, there is something you need to have in mind. By the time I come back here, take another trade line. If I connect here, if I come to this point, let's say I connect here all the way up to this region, you cool down. I have there is a video I did showing you how to analyze with this. You understand? All this thing I'm drawing, if you don't understand how I'm drawing it, then you need to watch the video after this one. I'm going to link it in the description and also attach it at the end of this. Are you seeing something now? This is how you are going to be doing it. What are we analyzing? We're analyzing Nasdaq using your phone to analyze. All right, so as you can see here, you discover that market come down to this level, then it touch here, then it come back. From here it moves up to this region, then it come down here, then it takes up. It did not reach the top, it come back and bounce here, which is showing you already something like 3 touch. Then but for the up here, market have already touched once. But remember, let me show you something. If you zoom out, if you go back to, let's go back to daily time frame. I want to show you something. If you take a look at daily time frame, under normal circumstance, you discover that your support, you see that here, you see market is here is the possible place whereby you can expect the market to reverse, since market is going up, because here serves as a resistance level. All right, that is, we are seeing it in a bigger time frame. But since market does not move in a straight line, so what I'm seeing here is that another thing, if you come to 4 hours time frame, this is what you do when you are doing, what is the meaning of this thing I'm doing? This is what they call top down analysis. All right, it's called top down analysis. By the time you take a look at it, you see that after this resistance I just show you, which is this one here, all right, after that one, then we have another resistance. Look at it here. You see here, this point. You see, this point is another resistance. How do I know? You notice something. You notice that market reach here. You see this region. You see market touch here, the first one, then they reverse to here, come back, touch here, then they reverse. Even when market breaks out of it, see when it come back to this. So guys, by the time you take a look at here, you discover, just like I showed you earlier on, that markets reach here, you know, bounce off from here, come back here, then come back. Even when it breaks out of this region, it still come back here, go up, come back before it finally break here. This is showing you that here is also a resistance level to pay attention to, considering the fact that market does not move in a straight line. Even before market move from this down here, all the way up to here, you discover that it goes up, it come down, it goes up, it come down. So there is high possibility that this resistance may actually force this market to come down to this level, to respect this region before it moves up all the way to this region again, all right, which is the key resistance level. That's what I'm seeing there. But how do you know, okay, maybe it's actually time to enter? From my own point of view, what I'm seeing here, or what you should consider, is, since here is a resistance level, look at what I'm going to do. By the time I move to a different time frame, let's say I move to 15 minutes time frame, for instance. Now I'm going to show you what I'm seeing. So if I move to 15 minutes time frame, remember markets have already touched here, you understand, which is that trend line. This one that passed, this one that is on top, is the trend line withdrawal, which is what we are looking at. So if this what I'm expecting is to expect a pattern, a bearish pattern. You understand? Because here is a resistance level that market just reach here, you sell. It does not make sense. What you need to do, let's say this market, you know, it touch here, come down. If this market comes all the way to this region, whereby it gives you something like double top, you understand? Let me show you what I mean by double top. Okay, let's say market come here, it touch like this, come down here, come back and touch it, then come here. As it break this neckline down here, that is a sign. When you see such thing, then you are good to go, you know, you understand, whereby you can be able to actually, you know, take advantage of this. All right, so that is what you need to do. Let me delete all this. So I don't know if you understand. So what I'm expecting in this pair is for markets to come here. When it touch it, then reverse. After a reverse, watch this. If we go to daily 1 hour time frame, you will see that, okay, just like the strategy I have been teaching. Remember, watch the way I analyze. I always apply this same strategy. You understand? Same thing. You don't go and start switching up and down. By the time you connect here to here, all right, you discover that if markets go there and form something like a bearish pattern, which is double top, if this market move from this point it is now, touch here, if it reverse before it will break this line, then it have already confirmed, okay, this market is actually ready to start heading down. So that is how you pay attention to this thing, or how you analyze it. All right guys, so make sure you apply this method. Just like I said, I'm expecting it to come here, because this top one, this up one here, which is to draw, if you have been following exactly what I'm analyzing here, you see here is a major one. But since market does not move in a straight line, there is tendency, because here is also a resistance level for this market to come down. You understand? It's going to come down now, retest here, then probably, or it stop here. Let me show you here. For instance, it may just come down to this region, whereby here can possibly be your take profit. All right, which means if you enter here, if market break this particular trend line here, then you can short the market, but on reaching here you can take your profit. Because it may reach here, then if the market reach here, let's say from here, now if you break this line, you come down and touch here probably and start going up, or it may come down all the way to this place before it can be able to head all the way up. So this is how you could analyze it. Remember, we started it from daily time frame, trying to break market down until we come to this point when we're able to know, okay, market is at a resistance level at this region. All right, because here is a resistance, there is probability for market to come down, but you don't just jump in. You understand? You follow the same strategy. Wait for a pattern to form here. If it forms here, but if market reach here, it did not give you any pattern, it break out and keep heading all the way up, which means this up one here, which is what, just like I showed you earlier, becomes the key level where you are waiting to short again. If you market reach this region again and you see a pattern to sell before you sell, all right? If not, all you need to do, but remember, this is more like, you know, a kind of counter trading, all right? So if not, if you want to follow in direction of the trend, then you need to wait for market to pull back to this level before you enter, all right? Or probably this level will be more perfect region, all right? So this is how you do it. You start from a higher time frame, you break it down all the way to smaller time frames to be able to know what you're going to be seeing. So I'm expecting the market, if the market gives me double top, just like as you see here, watch this, we see, you notice here, when markets come to this region, it gives you double top, which is market come here, then it come back, come the second time I'm giving here before market break all the way down. So I'm expecting the market to give me maybe something like that, but if it didn't give me, then I will wait for it at this region. The market comes to this region and give me something like that, then I will short it. Or probably this may be just a lower. If market give you that top, make sure you take your profit here, this first resistance level, all right? Because market can do anything, all right? Take profit here, then wait, or you take half of your position around this region. So that's what I'm seeing on Nasdaq. If you like such content, don't forget, click the subscribe button and leave a comment in the comment section, all right? Then subscribe to the channel. Thank you.